Hello and welcome to Katie's Empathy in the series Powerful Feminine Energy Unleashed. Thank you for joining me today, and we will be doing the reading for July the 7th. Now, on my last video, I told you guys that I would play my singing bowl for you, and I totally forgot. So we're going to take a minute and I'm just going to show you my singing bowl, kind of do a little prayer, and include you all in my beginning routine for the reading so that you can see what that's like and how I call on spirit and bring in the higher energies and the higher spirits. So I'm just going to move my camera down so that you can see my little table here. There we go, and I have my candle burning, and I've got the singing bowl there. All right, so I am just going to begin my process. Calling on spirit, calling on my spirit guides, the spirit guides of my viewers, all of our higher selves, calling on the angels, that you will be here today, that you will come to us and help us live our lives in the frequency of love. That all negativity can be washed away, that we can clear out all energy that is not serving us to make room for what is serving us. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Calling in the angels and all spirits on higher frequencies. Come with us today, calling on the divine feminine and goddess energy. Come join us today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for imparting your wisdom upon us. May we discover the truths that are within us, the truths that we already know. Help us to bring those to the forefront so that we can live lives more in tune and alignment with our true selves and our true calling. Thank you, Spirit. All right, now let's begin our reading. And as usual, I will go ahead and begin shuffling the cards, and we will see what Spirit has for us today on July the 7th. I love using the singing bowl. I love the bells, any sounds that raise the frequency and help us call in our higher selves. And that's the purpose of that, you know, to let negativity flow away and let positivity flow in. And sometimes that can actually hurt a little bit, you know, if you're really holding on to something, you know, and you start trying to get rid of that, it can be painful, you know, but it's all part of the process of being more in alignment with our true selves and in alignment with the universe, especially with our higher purpose and our best good. So, Spirit, I'm just asking you to let us have a card today that will really help us on July the 7th. Help us learn from you, from the Divine Feminine. Show us the card that we need today. And I'm seeing a card kind of sticking out here, and I think that's the one that we need today. Okay. So the card that we got today is Mary Magdalene, the Apostle to the Apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. And here's her card. Beautiful card. All right, so let's find her in the book and see what wisdom we can learn from Mary Magdalene. She is actually number 1. Mary Magdalene embodies the capacity we all have to merge with the soul and receive divine guidance through a love that never ends. Mary was born in the 1st century in Magdala, Israel. She was the first to witness the resurrection, and for this reason is revered in Christianity as the Apostle to the Apostles. In the meaning of Mary Magdalene, author and Episcopal priest Cynthia Bourgeault, it's a French name, relates that the Gospels of Thomas, Philip, and Mary Magdalene all reveal Mary not only as Jesus' beloved companion, koinonos, but also as an equal partner in teaching and transmission. Bourgeault believed that Mary Magdalene's Gospel contains a secret teaching that Christ gave to Mary so that she could pass through the 7 stages to reach the soul, or the nous, which is the highest point of the soul. And it is this union with her soul that allows Mary to see the risen Christ. In classic iconography, Mary Magdalene is associated with an egg and the color red because of an Eastern Orthodox legend. It says that she used an egg to teach the court of Tiberius Caesar about resurrection. Caesar doubted her and responded that a person could no more rise from the dead than the egg in her hand turned red. The egg turned red immediately. Legends relate that Mary then traveled to the south of France to escape persecution and to continue her ministry. It is believed she lived the last 30 years of her life in the caves of St. Balm. There she met with Christ with a love that inhabits the human heart, but that lives on beyond it. So Mary Magdalene was the first to see Jesus resurrected. And Mary Magdalene is often renowned as people made fun of Jesus or scoffed at Jesus because he was talking to a prostitute. And Mary Magdalene, I believe, was that prostitute. It doesn't talk about that here in this book. But what Jesus saw in her was her heart and her soul. And Jesus saw something in her that he didn't see in others. And so he actually gave her special teachings and he spent a lot of time with her. It says, when your soul selects her card, Mary Magdalene represents the fierce, unwavering love that we all have access to within our own vulnerable hearts. It's a love that renders all things sacred, from the animals to the angels, from the poorest to the most powerful. It's a love that sees the inherent worth of all things. And there it is. Everything is worthy of love and of divine being. No matter who you are or what you are. And it's a love that remains even through the darkest times, even through death. Her love is the one that resurrects. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene relates that Jesus came to unite us, to demonstrate to us a true human being, an anthropos, meaning a person who is both fully human and fully divine. This is what Mary became, and it's why she was so beloved to Jesus. She didn't seek to follow him. She sought instead to become her true self. And I think that despite what you believe, if you believe in Christianity or not, there's a lot of debate on Jesus and who he was and what he came here to do. And, I don't think that the Bible very clearly describes what Jesus's purpose was. And I think a lot of it is misconstrued by the disciples and by his apostles. And I'm saying that from a place where I've actually read a lot of the readings of the apostles outside of the Bible. But I think Mary Magdalene kind of was on a different plane than the apostles. She didn't see Jesus as somebody to follow. She saw Jesus as an inspiration to become her true self. She saw how Jesus was so human and yet so divine. And she realized that she could be that too. Mary Magdalene reminds us that we have the power to receive vision from within. We are worthy of such proximity to the divine because that's the other half of what it means to be truly human. She reminds us that there's a bridge between heaven and earth, and that we are that bridge. And she wants us to remember that the truest church we can ever enter is in the heart. This is where our true power rests and where love never ends. So, it's an interesting thought, that what connects us to the universe, what connects us to divine energy is actually ourself. It's actually our own soul. We animate this physical body, but we are also more than just this physical body. And I think in one of my other videos, I had talked about that, how special it is to be a human being, how special it is to have this physical 3D experience, even though there may be other life forms out there who are on a higher dimension than we are. We have the ability to experience life in such a special way as human beings. And I think that is that's something that Mary Magdalene is telling us today, to really embrace the human and the divine in us, and to help, bring union between the two. Let's see. The soul voice meditation is, where has my love not yet reached? Where has my love not yet reached? And also intention, I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So on July the 7th, where has your love not reached? Is there a part of your life that that's in need of love? Is there something that you are harboring some sort of bitterness towards that needs love and kindness. You know, I think that Mary Magdalene shows us that we can be flawed humans, and we can also be divine all at the same time. And the more we realize the divinity within ourselves, the more we can reach love into those areas of our life that we have a hard time putting love into. You know, there's several things that I definitely can still harbor bitterness towards, and I'm working on that, you know, and just knowing that my spirit shines out beyond my, you know, it shines through my presence and with my humanity. And I think it's through my humanity that I can reach other humans. You know, I think a lot of people try to be this elevated person, this you know, this divinity that is beyond human, and if that's your life path, then that's okay. But I think that there's beauty in humanity, you know, and there's beauty in how divine as humans we are, and we can be if we allow it within ourselves. So what has your love not yet reached? How can you stretch your love out farther and into places that are feeling cold and dark? All right, so that's our reading for July the 7th. I hope you enjoyed the intro with the singing bowl. If you'd like to see that more often, let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share if you feel it in your heart to do so. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Thank you.